Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Keeva and I, along with my partner Imogen, represent MQ Agency. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present to you today, Kookai. Our main objective for working with you is to enhance customer satisfaction by expanding the size range of your clothing apparel to cater to Australian women who wear a size 14 to 20. We propose having a launch event in which body positive influencers are present and are wearing the size inclusive collection. As you may be aware, recent negative media coverage has highlighted the lack of inclusivity in the fashion industry, and customers are increasingly demanding that fashion caters to a wider range of body sizes and shapes. Black 2022. We believe the Kookai can lead the way in this area. Imogen will now discuss our specific strategies to achieve these objectives.
Thank you, Keeva. Good afternoon. My name is Imogen. Thank you so much for taking the time to consider our proposal. We believe that if implemented correctly, this strategy will have a positive impact on your business. Firstly, let's have a look at our strategic objectives. Number one, find key publics that are suitable. Number two, identify what media selection is most suitable. And number three, contact journalists that would be best for media publicity. We are naming this program #KookaiRefreshed. This hashtag will be an integral part of the rebranding of Kookai and our mission to transform Kookai into a clothing brand that is both inclusive and body positive, whilst maintaining Kookai's fashionable and timeless image. In the first portion of this presentation, I will outline our approach to targeting and engaging with our first key publics and how we plan to leverage various channels to achieve our goals. We are excited to share our insights and recommendations with you and look forward to answering any questions you may have. Thank you for your time and consideration, and now let's get started. For our first key public, we are going to focus on influencers and bloggers who focus on body positivity, self-love, and inclusivity in fashion. Sinot states that public opinion is an important concept that refers to expressions of the public's attitudes and their evaluation of what is happening in society. Public opinion ties in perfectly to these individuals, as they often have a significant following and can help spread the message about Kookai's commitment to size and inclusivity to a wider audience. Partnering with influencers who are passionate about this topic will also help to create a positive buzz and generate more interest in #KookaiRefreshed. After conducting thorough research, we have determined that Grunig and Hunt's two-way symmetrical model is the most suitable approach for our proposal. Our strategy will involve utilizing research and constructive conversations to bring about mutually beneficial changes in the ideas, attitudes, and behaviors of both the organizations and the public. Through thorough research, we have found that media monitoring is one of the most effective tools we have when understanding where Kookai sits in the public opinion. McNamara discusses the valuable nature of monitoring media coverage of issues and identifying the leading sources that are commenting on particular issues. I will talk more about this in the next slides. Through research, we have identified that Denny Todorovic, who is styled by Denny on Instagram, is an LGBTQI+ ambassador and fashion expert, who recently said in a TikTok video, quote, "The decision by Kookai to not cater for larger bodies was a conscious choice made by brands not to invite people into their brands but rather exclude," end quote. Todrovic's video highlights the frustration of individuals who feel excluded by brands due to their size or gender identity. We recognize the need to be more inclusive, and we are committed to making Kookai a welcoming brand for everyone. Coming off the back of Denny's TikTok, beauty educator and UGC creator Adele Petropoulos has also commented on the lack of inclusivity at Kookai and talks from her personal negative experience at the store. As you can see above, her TikTok received 806,000 views with 66.5 thousand likes and 2,283 comments from women with similar experiences. I've included some of the comments above made under the TikTok for reference. Obviously, by analyzing the situation, the public's wants, interests, needs, and expectations are incredibly clear. Smith discusses the importance of recognizing these individuals' interests. People want Kookai to consider the vast majority of Australians. As the Sydney Morning Herald wrote, quote, "About half the adult female population is a size 14 or bigger, based on weight size data, but the clothing industry treats them as if they are a niche market." We recommend reaching out to Cindy Tran from 7 News as our first choice for media coverage. She has extensive experience as a lifestyle journalist and has worked for the Daily Mail Australia and Fairfax Media. Tran has a proven track record of conducting interviews and pursuing stories in various areas such as lifestyle, human interest, and more. In 2022, Tran wrote a highly impactful article in 7 News Lifestyle column, shedding light on the lack of inclusivity at Kookai and highlighting one woman's negative experience in the store. Her article gained traction on social media and was picked up by other news organizations, amplifying the message even further. Given Seven News' high traffic and trans special interest in reporting this story, we believe pitching her the idea of featuring Kookai's new size range would be highly advantageous. Rowney notes that this story would be a follow-up for Tran as she's reported on it before, and it contains positive overtones, making it a good news story. Now I'll hand over to Keeva for our next key public. Thank you.
Identifying our second key public, we conducted primary desk-based research through social media monitoring. Through primary desk-based research, we identified there was an absence of size presented, specifically in women who were size 14 to 20. The research was conducted through your social media platforms, your website, which presented models a size 6 to 12, which was again seen on your Instagram, illustrating that women size 14 to 20 were not portrayed in Kookai's brand. Additionally, the co-founder Rob Crom has previously stated that Kookai is marketed towards 22-year-olds, where he proposed widening that age gap. It was seen that Kookai's followers range from women in their early 20s to their early 30s. As such, we conclude that the second key public for hashtag Kookai Refreshed is recommended to be women aged 18 to 35 who are a size 14 to 20. Further, researching our second key public, we conducted research that is relevant to the input stage, Joy 2012, answering relevant questions that allow us to understand the key publics, such as what is their issue. As stated before, their issue is associated with the lack of diversity in size in the fashion industry. Moreover, in determining whether our second key public was relevant to hashtag Kookai Refreshed, we applied Smith's 2005 characteristics of a public. Our suggested key public are important, large enough to matter, and are reachable. Therefore, women aged 18 to 35 who wear a size 14 to 20 would be an appropriate key public. After determining our second key public for hashtag Kookai Refreshed, we used McNara's 2012 formative research to appoint effective media outlet and journalist. Through analysing our second key public, we recognise them as customers, Smith 2005. Customers value magazines as they serve as a creative shopping guide, TFR 2020. Additionally, the target public we recommended was women aged 18 to 35. Gitnock statistics identified that 25 to 34-year-olds make up the largest proportion of magazine readers, followed by 18 to 24-year-olds. Magazines are relevant to our second key public and therefore an effective media outlet. Moreover, after suggesting magazines, we began to research magazines that would be appropriate for our target market. The research was conducted through secondary data, McNara 2017. Elle Australia is a women's fashion magazine that provides content on the latest trends and fashion news. Further, their audience is women aged 18 to 50, which is a strong correlation with our second key public, therefore indicating Elle Australia would be the most effective magazine for our target audience. After evaluating that magazines would be the most appropriate media outlet, we began forming a list of potential journalists. Deciding on a potential journalist, we suggested having a lifestyle journalist, Madison Hockey, which is the shopping editor at Elle. Hockey has an interest in the latest in fashion and therefore would be a valuable journalist to report on hashtag Kookai Refreshed. Having Hockey report on Kookai's all-inclusive size range helps create awareness and clarify the issue in the fashion industry. Sutherland 2019. Overall, magazines as our media outlet and journalism Madison Hockey is recommended to gain favourable media publicity. Overall, the news angle for hashtag Kookai Refresh fits into current trends. Hashtag Kookai Refreshed addresses the current issues that have appeared in the media, specifically the absence of models who are a size 14 to 20. As such, the campaign's key message is associated with body positivity and embracing all sizes of women. The key message will be embedded into Kookai's brand and seen throughout its website and social media platforms. Freeberg 2021.
We've chosen Danielle Wagner as our spokesperson for the hashtag Kookai Refresh campaign. She co-founded the company with her husband and has over 20 years of experience with our brand, making her an ideal fit. Her gender also resonates with our target audience. To build trust and transparency, Danielle will candidly acknowledge past inclusivity issues, which is crucial for building a strong relationship with our audience. Freiberg notes that honesty, fairness, and truthfulness are essential for success in these situations. We've decided to release our new plus-size range in October, as this allows us 6 months for design and production, ensuring precision and quality. October marks the beginning of summer in Australia, making it an ideal time for launching summer fashion. Additionally, as summer clothes require fewer materials, we can offer more cost-effective options. We've strategically timed the launch before the Christmas and Black Friday sales period, hoping to attract shoppers looking for fashionable and inclusive gifts. Our goal is to capture the attention of shoppers seeking inclusive, stylish clothing for their loved ones.
Hashtag Kookai Refreshed is our proposal to you, an opportunity in the fashion industry that will create a positive brand reputation as you are presenting a campaign that represents all women from sizes 6 to 20. As such, this concludes our presentation. Thank you for your time today. We look forward to hearing from you soon.